Welcome back to Refrain Chord. So, more... we have... Oh, God, more character
More
episodes.
skits.
More character episodes. More talking. It's just because, like I said, this game is not engaging to me, so the fact that it goes on for so long with these cutscenes is just boring.
I mean, actually, there were 34 parts in Jamaica. They could be asking if they're at least fun or interesting.
Again, some have been, actually, to the game's credit.
Anyway, Blola's feeling better now. Free info? We have a saying over here in my country that when the gift is too great, the bomb suspects.
Yeah, you did told us in the past about it. Tatsuhiro Plains.
That's the thing. Remember, Tev, the Tatsuhiro Plains were that big pulse-like area where we even got the float booster to, go at, as you very well put it, Tev, 88 miles per hour. Thing is, there's no dungeons in this game, so we don't get to do that this time.
Yeah, you also told us that it's used for a comedy skit.
Float booster, but we don't get to use it because that might be kind of fun, so we can't have that. Why even bother setting? Why even bother talking about this? It's not like we get to use this thing.
I mean, story-wise, they probably still need to use it.
I guess, but
I mean, I don't really see any big issue. Like, it was something that we used.
Let me
in
put it
the
this
game,
way.
So
Let me put it this way.
to assume that they're using it still in universe.
Let me put it this way. Since you don't actually get to use it gameplay-wise, and considering there's so much fluff in this game's script, might as well cut the float booster altogether to, again, cut as much fat from the script as you can.
It seems like its main purpose is to add another gag with Lola, and given that Lola's writing is usually on point, I'm fine with this.
I can speak for you, Joe, but let me just put it in the simplest way I can. If I was given this game's script, the first man that I would immediately say, okay, this thing is way too much fat, you need to trim this thing down.
I mean, again, given that the skits are optional, I don't really see the harm there.
Oh, I think this was actually mandatory.
Yeah, this was actually a main story cutscene, actually.
Oh, well, this bit... Eryn?
Remember...
She's representing the idea that she's
yeah,
hiding it.
Thing! Yeah. Stop this crazy thing!
Yeah. I mean, again, maybe it's just me, but aside from maybe a few skits that have gone on a bit too long, all the main stuff doesn't... Nothing to sound like it's overstated to welcome skit-wise. Like, the lengthier ones have been there to help build up some of the character's character overall, and the longer stuff with the skits, yeah, I'll admit some of them have gone on a little too long, but I wouldn't call them the big... It's hard to call them a pace breaker because they are optional, technically, so it does feel a bit weird coming after them for being pace breakers when technically you only go there on your own volition. But I digress.
We made a joke about not mobility scooters, but something similar to that.
I've already made the stuff.
You're doing good, Eryn.
Yeah, maybe you will be manage to get it.
Just everyone will get hurt. I think you'll get hurt trying to stop it too.
Poor Eryn.
Well, I guess you're on your own, Eryn.
Sucks to be you.
She'll be fine.
And Eryn crashed into a wall and died.
No, it's Looney Tunes, so she'll be A-okay.
But that's the
My
problem.
feelings are dead.
Yeah.
You see,
That's the problem. People say nothing's on my mind.
You see, Fang, the plot is trying to creep in and come into focus finally.
Oh, shouldn't that be a good thing now that we're finally getting somewhere?
Oh no, it is. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just, saying like that's
I was
why.
speaking in character, assuming that, or is whatever. I still have a feeling of foreboding that something bad is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's the furry.
Fury!
Let's get it.
Quibs, we're not going to rain first.
We face bigger monsters.
No, I do not see it, Sherman. No.
Just pretend that it's fair.
Yeah, just pretend. Sorry, seriously, we had to take. In order to finish the game, we had to take the money we used to buy our ham sandwiches, and even then, that only increased this budget by about 300 yen.
Yes, Sui.
I love that line where Fang literally talks about pretending that the monster isn't there and that'll will it out of existence. So, yeah, kind of what the cutscenes do, Fang.
Excuse me, using me as monster bait?
I honestly, you can say what you want, but honestly, I find it Fritz unnecessary antagonization of Mariana to be just unfunny, and it's just like, why is this even a thing?
Like, I get what they're going for. She's in between him and Zagi, so of course he's intent on trying to get her out of the way. So,
Yes,
right?
listen to the Gundam.
Yeesh.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't like your odds. What, is this like the legendary beast number 69 or something?
I don't
That
know.
was whole army at this point.
It's the legendary black beast of all.
Alright, Fleur, sing as if your life depends on it.
Which it does.
What?
どうしたフルールモンスターはもう目の前まで来てんぞ早く歌ってくれ
どうして私歌えないの
Did someone take away your singing voice, Ursula style?
Yeah, no shit, there's something wrong with Fleur.
撤退撤退お前ら
Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away!
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so I
the-
make a Monty Python reference, and then this happens.
So,
Maybe the people the fearful monster really was a rabbit.
okay, not for nothing, but the party was a thing before Fleur joined. I get that she's been boosting us, but I doubt that she's been carrying us.
And so, Doom seemed unavoidable for our party. But suddenly, the animator had a fatal heart attack. The cartoon peril is no more.
うまくいましたよね
あいつ意外と影が薄いよなでもオールがいないんじゃ
Huh.
Let me guess. When we have Fleur sing in battle during this bit, she can sing perfectly fine.
The game will actually make it a plot point of of whether or not so they're actually going to explain that bit, so put a pin on that.
Like, for as many common denominators as Advent Dark Force did hit, Refrain Chord does seem to at least try to explain its plot, I want to say better for the most part.
I guess
There are
it's a bit similar to a plot point in Final Fantasy IX where a character is actually traumatized and cannot actually act decently in battle.
Let me put it this way, Jova. The plot in this game is better conveyed, but Advent Dark Force, I will argue, has more interesting ideas.
and like I said before, Advent Dark Force just feels like the more complete plot overall. That is just going to be part of the nature of this game, given that it definitely hinges on you having actually played Advent Dark Force.
Yeah, where have you been, Al?
Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
I took a wrong turn somewhere, and I was totally not doing something suspicious off screen. I swear.
Ow, not for
Look at
nothing.
this
You're
face. Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I still do call bullcrap that they had to run away from the monster. They probably still could have fought it. But, yeah, Al, not for nothing, you're legit possibly the smartest member on this party, so you just getting
And because
lost.
Fang has the capacity of rationalizing as a potato, he doesn't really see it as a, an odd thing. Okay.
admittedly, that's Fang wanting
Peak
to see
Fang,
the best
yes.
in everyone, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
One
to
thing-
be fair, this is in character for Fang to want to give people the benefit of a doubt, since the last thing he wants is, you know, having a traitor in their midst and having to fight them because,
what?
you know, we all need to be... Red rum. Oh my.
Can you not bring The Shining into this, please?
I mean...
days. Okay, and that's the skit. the kid. That's the
Shining reference.
That's the so the joke is The Shining exists. That's the joke, everybody.
So you're saying, Pedro, that automatically Ready Player One is a better reference to it. Got it.
That's sad. That's fucking sad.
Oh look, a shooting star! Everyone make a wish.
And that's the thing with a lot of these references in the game. It's just, by the way, guys, The Shining exists. That's the joke.
I think Simpsons
Considering
did a good Shining reference.
the type of speech that Ethel has in Japanese, satsu, maybe the wordplay is usually on that, and that's what the kid also was doing, something similar to its own, and the localizer just thought to try to to convert that into a reference.
Which, yeah,
or at
to be fair.
the very least, maybe in the original it was a reference to something else entirely.
Probably a pun that only works in Japanese, so the localizers have to get creative, basically.
I guess to be
apparently
fair,
not now, Pedro.
Well, yeah, true. That is true. Yeah. What do you mean? You're literally displaying anger right now on your face. It's one of those.
And your voice. Well,
And now you're expressing concern / pain.
okay, to her credit, she is obviously not thinking straight here, so...
In and out. In and out. Breathe. Okay, Fleur, let's not give him a bit too much credit.
let's not get carried away here. Okay, I'm not saying Fang's like a horrible person or anything, but I think you're being a bit overly generous.
Slap him
there.
on the back of the head, please.
Tio, Fleur's a gentle soul. She'd never do
Okay,
that.
you have a point, Drova. Use the mic to do it.
Well, maybe. There's something important I'm forgetting, like a certain value in life.
Unfortunately, I cannot remember because the plot hasn't gotten to that point yet.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Jim Carrey in a combo heart game.
I mean, after the third Sonic movie, he's probably gonna retire for good. So.
Oh yeah. I'm just imagining what he would be like in a combo heart game.
Sure.
I still am amazed that of all the things that has staved off his retirement, who'd have thought it would be Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah. So this is also one of those bits that's starting to build up the romance, where Eryn is of course being tsundere, and no, I was totally not concerned that Fang and Fleur were having a thing. Babaka. And even Tiara was listening on the conversation because one
Oh
thing.
my god. Who cares?
Oh, even Tiara's like, when did I become so gossip hungry?
Look, I'm not entirely heartless. I can understand when the story in RPGs wants to build romance between two characters, but if you want to shorten in love triangles, of these, or more geometrical figures attached to that, like in a case like this, it kind of becomes a point of asking the question of if you really care. And personally, I do not.
The problem is that, again, there's no reason for the girls to be in love with Fang because they have no chemistry. The game did a poor job at building up proper bonds between...
Okay, if I may,
Go on.
I feel like Advent Dark Force, for all its issues, did better give reasons for why, at the very least, Eryn and Tiara would have feelings for Fang. This was because the plot was more focused on them. The thing is, with this plot, The focus is definitely clearly more on Fleur, Al, and Glass, essentially.
Yep.
That's not to say that our main heroes don't get focused, but
Oh, hold on,
let
Jova.
me put a...
So you know something, don't you? Spill the beans, Al.
Well, where's the fun in that?
You're gonna have to wait until the plot gets to that point. I mean, we still have like
8 chapters.
we still have to fill in 8 chapters. So
I mean, not for nothing, but given that we've now seen Al to be this hostile this much, I do feel like some answers are deserved. Oh, I don't want you to remember me yet. So, bye!
Okay.
oh, you might remember that as Glass. Yes.
Your ass is glass.
Yeah, why this song? It sucks.
Beep boop. System shut down.
Oh my God! They killed
was I actually
Fleur.
right?
You bastards!
Wait, so was I right? Basically, they're just going to reset Fleur a bit, so it's like, yeah,
Yes,
can't
Joe.
have you asking questions yet, so-
Congratulations, Jova. You get
The opportunity to continue watching this thing.
So it's Legend of the Core all over again. It's joy.
so
okay,
basically,
I think I see what's going on. Now she's acting
like she was
not
at the beginning of the
necessarily
game.
emotionless, but yeah, not as emotional, essentially. I guess the irony is that she feels that she lacks emotions the more emotional she gets, probably due to a bout of self-awareness in that regard. And Al doesn't want her to remember yet. He seems to have some plan. And yeah, I mean, that was... Okay, Pedro. Please tell me the game is not going to act like it's a big reveal that Al is the master, given how that scene
Yes, it
might
is.
as well have been the reveal.
Yes, it is. The game is going to treat the reveal that Al is the villain as if it's some kind of big shock, even though it's telegraphed like mad.
I guessed it ages ago.
Dwebs, Tail guessed it before the game even fucking came out, just based on his design.
Like I said, much like Advent Dark Force, the plot points and character behavior like this are predictable, not necessarily to a fault, but it's just a thing that happens. And like I said, we still have to learn the whys.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, Dribs, I practically called things the moment Fleur, Glass, and Al all showed up together, essentially.
It's also, I think this is gonna. No, it's not gonna be. No, yeah. I remember, this is the one other gameplay mechanic this game has, and it's basically a glorified Minesweeper. Like,
Again, that's a sad look. Advent Dark Force had problems, yes, but there was definitely more to do. That is one thing I won't take away from it.
I mean, it still didn't have much. It was just the dungeons and the combat, but at least the dungeons. At least they did try somewhat to give the dungeons something like, for example, the Dozori Plans has the float booster gimmick, and stuff like that. Whereas the Stairway to Heaven had some minor platforming. There was something, whereas in here it's just like the gameplay is utterly unremarkable.
Let me put it like this: Advent Dark Force feels like a product in and of itself. That yes, I could see how it generated a fan base. Refrain Chord is not something I could see bringing in new fans or even really bringing back the old fans.
Jova, go ahead, Dibs. Announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's play Get Ryushin to Say Something. I'm your host, Eryn.
Oh no.
So who's gonna be
And I'm
suing?
joined by...
Cui. Hey Seguro, you still have no budget in your animation, do you? And neither does Sui.
Sui actually says a word.
Basically, the fairies that are just
That's right.
creatures that do
Seguro
not
and
speak.
Cui are here on commentary. Now, don't know how much I'll be able to explain, but roll with it.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Keep rolling.
Why not? You rolled with our two-part game already. Over there is the star of our show, Ryushin. Let's see if Marissa and Soji can get him to talk.
I'm sure Sui has very verbose commentary to give.
Okay. And Ryushin is unamused.
Not a single word from them for some time. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Any normal person would be tearing their eyes out of the awkwardness. From our hidden vantage point, Cui, Seguro, Cui, and I can't help but watch and wonder, why did we start this stupid game?
Yeah, that's a good question. Would you please answer it?
Probably not.
Game becoming
Because I was
self-aware.
bored, that's why. I feel like someone said it would be fun to try and make Ryushin talk, but I can't remember how it started anymore.
But Ryushin has talked plenty of times.
But that's enough chatter from me.
The idea is usually that Ryushin is very stoic unless, Sherman's involved most times, I
Right
believe.
you are, Cui. If I don't let the commentators commentate, nobody will know what's going on in this sub-story.
That's our job.
We're meta. It's funny.
Huh? Sub-story? What am I talking about?
Don't break the illusion. They're like,
Don't break the illusion. You're making kids cry.
What's that? It seems like our contestants have made some progress.
Okay, Jova, what kids are gonna be watching this?
Oh yeah, true.
It's like one of the skits between Sam and Max in Poker Night 2. No, Sam, think of the children.
That's
What
right,
children?
Keep moving. The onslaught of silent smiles from Marissa and Soji are wearing down his defenses.
are they?
Is this supposed to be the equivalent of
The
making one
hellish
of the...
silence is deafening, isn't it? The audience may be wondering why we chose these two to make him talk. I sure am.
This is the equivalent of trying to make one of the Royal Guard in England move, I see.
I guess. And so he's still a snake.
What riveting
That's just the way it
dialogue.
happened. Those two looked bored, so we asked them to do it. Come to think of it, that's right.
Oh, wow, so we did have a lot to say, I guess.
And
Since
also,
that's
it
our
was true. Someone was
translating for him.
bored, so they did this.
It's just easy.
The silence
bobbing along.
continues. Our contestants are using the silent treatment to put pressure on Ryushin to open his mouth, he doesn't have one, and speak.
I hope this
I can-
skit has a good payoff, because this
I-
might be one of the few I'm willing to call
As
it
you watch
dead.
this unfold, you're no doubt thinking, these must be the least busy people in the entire world.
I can imagine-
We know it, folks.
I can imagine the process in the script writing. Hey guys, this joke isn't very funny. No, put it in. Our audience is dumb. They'll laugh at it.
Yeah, like, look, I've been probably one of the nicer folks to these skits. This one is definitely not doing anything for me.
Yeah, that's right. It's very hard to watch.
I know, right?
It's more awkward for me to go over there and start talking for no reason.
Game,
Was
take
there a
your own
reason to begin
advice. Get off the stage.
Just, again, let's just hope there's a good payoff.
Jova, I get the feeling there might not be.
Huh? You'd be okay doing it? Yeah, I guess you look like you would be.
I just really don't see the point to this one. Like,
Wow, this
Yeah,
is the
he-
longest I've had to maintain Eryn's voice.
Whoa, don't lose your temper. Fine, looks have nothing to do with it.
Don't they?
I mean, I get it. The idea is that he says his, but
Oh,
she
Ryushin,
translates-
Ryushin coughed, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you hear that, folks? Was that just a cough? Or did Ryushin clear his throat to
Why?
speak?
Why would a robot
Doesn't
need
have
to
a
clear his
throat to
throat?
clear.
Exactly. Why would it?
Maybe it's rusty,
Guy on the ropes. It's
inside.
too awkward even for him. He's getting ready to speak. They could go.
Oh no way!
And you want to be a millionaire?
Joe,
So,
Here it comes.
nice weather today.
yes, it's a beautiful day.
An excellent day for hanging laundry.
It's a beautiful day.
He talked! After doing that hellish silence, Ryushin finally spoke, ladies and gentlemen, about the weather, no less.
Does that count as a good payoff, Jova? Because I don't think it
When there's
does.
so much else to talk about, the weather is a time-tested go-to. I know it, and you know it, folks.
Please tell me there has to be more to that. Actually,
Come
no,
on.
maybe.
You're
But
only
still,
setting yourself up.
I can't believe it. I made Ryushin feel so awkward, he finally opened his mouth.
Maybe he just felt like talking.
Marissa and Soji are truly at the top of their game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh wow!
This
yeah, no, that's,
this character episode makes me feel drunk.
you
What do
know.
you mean, what game? You guys are just playing along and copying the way I was talking?
Oh my god, Eryn, this is actually pathetic for you.
Yeah, basically, they're all doing their noises. Gra. And that's it. That's the skit.
Wow,
That's
the most. Okay. The most fun I got out of that.
I'm surprised you didn't end the part at this point.
The most fun I got out of that was figuring out how do I go from deep voice to suddenly high pitched in 2 seconds.
My hair is not a plaything for your paws.
yeah. Now Cui is playing with Tiara's hair.
I guess because Cui resembles a cat to some degree.
You can't do it so gently that I cannot tell, Cui. Kindly cut it out. Why are you being so naughty today? First you play with the curtains in my room, and now this.
It's curtains for you, Muggsy. Curtains.
If you want to be my partner, you must be on your best behavior.
Maybe play with him.
That's
know.
how it works, you little shit.
Maybe play with him, Tiara. I mean, he's your pet. You should,
Wait, I said no.
In fact, we haven't. I don't think we've ever seen Tiara do any
Pretty
kind.
rare to see you two arguing.
In fact, I just thought of something. We've never seen Tiara. We've seen Fang and Eryn do things. We've seen Soji and Pippin do things together. We've never seen Tiara interact with Cui in any meaningful way. Remember, Cui, for all intents and purposes, is her pet. You should, wouldn't make sense for this kid to go away where Tiara needs to learn that she needs to play with him like she would play with any other pet, to strengthen the bond and all that stuff. Wouldn't that make more sense than what they're doing?
I don't know. Cui's kind of been one of those MacGuffin fairies when you get down to it. Like, he has this special power that can do stuff, and that has more or less been his role in... Shoot, I think even
So...
Yeah, aside from that initial scene in which Q is able to transport...
It seems to have run off somewhere.
to transport everyone into the realm of the god and the Val god and the goddess. I don't remember much scenes with Tiara interacting with Q.
Actually, it's Tiara who can do that. It's not Q.
Oh.
Because the reason she can do that is because she has the blood of the Val god. So...
I could have sworn that Cui had a special ability that the team has been using.
No. That's what Tiara says in Advent Dark Force at the beginning, but that's because she's lying to cover up the fact that she's a descendant of the Val God.
Other than that, I don't remember Advent Dark Force showcasing that much, her interacting with Cui.
Why are you dragging this joke?
That's what I'm saying, Teo. You'd think they would have some kind of character episode where you see Tiara, at the very least, feeding Cui, just doing something with them. Because we see relationships between Fencer and Fairies in this game, Fang and Eryn, Bowers and Arley.
Even Mariana and Kalara.
Yeah, even Mariana and Kalara, where Mariana was supporting Kalara in her Dojin gig, right? But we never see Tiara do anything with Cui. Cui is just kind of here, and the writers never try to do anything even remotely endearing with him.
Still, I can't believe Tiara died of Dragma.
I guess the idea is to show that, Cui not being the ancient legendary creature that Tiara passes him off as, just wants to be loved like a pet. Cui, you come back here this instant! Don't expect me to shed a tear some monster turns it into fairy stew!
Wow, what a bitch.
Stubborn like me. I suppose I'd better return the shoe to Harley and apologize. Yeah, Cui took one of
Molly's shoes, which
What a rascal.
That cry! That was Cui! What happened? Cui! Oh my god, this is terrible!
As a matter of fact, it is.
It isn't.
No, I'm gonna go with it is.
Okay.
The cry came from over here.
Looking for something?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dwebs' debut as Ipfrit.
Yes, Cui, in fact.
So we ate Cui.
As a matter of fact,
what are you
Tail.
doing with Cui in your mouth?
There you go.
Oh my god.
Sui can't talk with a full mouth. What's the problem here?
Teeth.
Well... It's a mouthful, you could say.
Didn't you say you wouldn't care if a monster ate Cui anyway?
That is
How
true.
did you hear me all the way from in there?
That's a good point. How did you hear that?
I have acute hearing.
Probably.
I was kidding, of course. Now please, get Kiwi out of your mouth.
You mean out of Sui's mouth?
Yeah, I didn't. You know what the hell's your problem?
I assume she was yelling that bit at Sui.
Just pretend that Sui spit Kiwi.
Also, get it, Sui Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi, are you all right? You poor thing. Oh, how dreadful. I was so worried about you. Don't ever leave me again.
I mean, if this is supposed to count as a bonding experience for these two, it doesn't work for me. Sorry.
Bring it a miss.
I wonder, did the writers realize what Pedro realized, and that's why the
you're
skit
right,
was made?
Probably.
It was kind of you to help them make up. I'm just so glad you.
Oh,
Be a
follow
bore.
See, it was all part of the plan.
I
We
want
them to make
I get what you're trying to get at, game, but at the same time, the execution was not good.
You really were gonna eat her fairy?
Oh, never mind.
Come on, we're supposed to be friends here. Try not to eat Cui, all right?
It's too soon for it to be saying a line like that.
Yeah, I will agree. Ifrit should still be a bit rough around the edges. I mean, I'll still take that skit over the last skit, which...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, like... Shoot, is that the first skit where it just has done absolutely nothing for me? Maybe there have been other skits like that
I
in
got
this
brain
game,
whiplash out of that.
but seriously, that skit legit felt like nothing was happening. Like, and that might be the first... That's at the very least the first significant part where I have felt like nothing has happened. Like, even with skits that have gone on for too long, that's usually because they've added in something that's stupid, but at least it felt like something. Like, again, that was just like them making a game out of the most boring bits possible. Seeing who will talk first during awkward silence.
What's next?
Alright, then.
What's next? A skit about watching grass grow? Like, but
Join us next time when we start our fairy cookbook.
well, actually, real quickly before we finish, let me just quickly finish an argument that I didn't get to finish in the previous part. Fun fact about the cheating, Jova, that you asked about. When it comes to the PC version, because I have the game both on PS4 and on Steam. I found it super cheap for €6. I found a key for it. I couldn't find any good cheat tables for the game that worked well and were actually helpful, which is why I'm using the PS4 version. Don't worry. Remember, like I said before, all versions are the same. The Sony version is not censored. They're all the same. I looked it up. But the PS4 version, the interesting thing is that there's a max XP cheat, as in like the characters get max XP, meaning you only do one battle to go to max level. Thing is, if you try to do that, the game's level up system basically breaks, and you can't level up your characters anymore. I'm serious. I tried that. Fortunately, all I had to do was just not save and just close the game and restart again, obviously. But yeah, that was quite weird. So I couldn't. So all those levels, the level 60 plus that the characters are, that was all me grinding using that method I talked about, where I just stand around doing the same, spamming the same move over and over, through a total of 4 playthroughs, basically. The only cheat I actually do have on the save is including all items, and by all items I mean all of them. All materials, all synthesis materials, all consumables, all that stuff, and that includes the item skills like beam, basically, because it's the only cheat that Save Wizard has that's actually useful.
Alright, then.
Alright, see you in the next part then.
See ya.
Yeah.
Take care.